I'm going to let Brother Shahid take the stage for now.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. I just wanted to address something that's going on in the comment section. Someone said, basically, it's enough talk, we should march in our millions. And when I asked to what end, and what are you going to do when you march, where are you going to march and what are you going to do, the answer was to send a message that enough is enough. Okay. We're talking about reality here. This live and this movement, this campaign, is about reality. If you're wanting to talk about some theoretical, hypothetical, well, what we should do if the whole situation was perfect, in a perfect world, this is what we would do. You can go ahead and do that on another live, where there are not serious people who are actually trying to find realistic solutions to the problems that we face. Listen, every country and every nation and every people and every individual makes choices in the course of their development. For example, when you're a teenager, you may decide that you want to focus on bodybuilding. You want to become big and strong and tough, and you maybe want to learn MMA or what have you, take martial arts courses, learn boxing and so on. And you do that to the detriment of your studies. So then you don't have the education, you don't have the intelligence, but you get what you wanted. You become muscular, you become fit, you become athletic, you know how to throw a knockout punch and so on. But you're working at McDonald's. Okay, this is the choice that you made and this is the result that you have. Another person decided that they wanted to focus on their studies. So they ended up getting an education, getting skills, getting knowledge, and they get a much better job than you, and they're able to pay for their bills and support their family and so on. But if they were in a street fight, they may not be able to survive. These are the choices that people make, and the same applies to nations. Nations have to make decisions, populations have to make decisions based upon the circumstances that their prior decisions put them in. You understand? So we're dealing with the reality as it actually exists. What you're talking about is like the old joke of how do you become a millionaire and never pay taxes. Well, the first step is get $1 million. Second step, never pay taxes. That's how you can be a millionaire and never pay taxes. This is not a realistic conversation. We're talking about our countries in the situation and the context that actually exists in the real world and what our real world options are. Now, you want immediate, instant moral gratification, emotional gratification. And it's understandable. It's perfectly understandable because the situation in Gaza is horrific. The situation in Lebanon is becoming horrific. The behavior of Israel is horrific. And we need a solution to that. But we can't talk about hypothetical, theoretical, unrealistic solutions because that's doing nothing but actually act in complicity with Israel. When you talk about we should march in our millions, you and I both know that's not going to happen. You and I both know that there isn't a nation on earth that's ready to mobilize millions of people to go on a march, a pretend utopian dreamland march to end what's happening in Gaza. You and I both know that's not going to happen. So why say it? They want you in the streets so that you won't ever be in the halls of power. What we're doing now with the Article 6 campaign is putting the people and putting the nations of the world that have been sidelined, that have been sidetracked, and that represent the global consensus, we're putting them back into the halls of power by removing the United States, which has blocked them from being in the halls of power. The United States has dominated the United Nations, and they've put a lock on the door to the halls of power that keeps all of the nations of the world out of those halls of power, so that all decision making is being done exclusively by Washington. And when I say Washington, what I really mean is Wall Street. All of the decisions are being made by Wall Street, and they're locking everyone else out. of the chambers of power. And what we're trying to do is break that lock and let all of the countries of the world into the halls of power where the real decisions and the real policies are made, so that actually a real world solution can be had through this process. Not by talking about some dream scenario that is never going to happen. That's exactly the same thing as actually working for the enemy, whether you like to hear it or not. When you talk about completely unrealistic dreamland scenarios, you're doing nothing but help the enemy.